Good morning, good evening, or good night, whatever time it is, you're here to work out, so let's get warmed up with me, Coach JG, starting with a squat with overhead reach. Next, we'll have an external hip rotation to open up those hips. Then we're going to bring it down to the ground for some hip bridges. Now let's bring it down to the ground for some hip bridges. Get your feet as close to your butt as possible and then press those hips to the sky. Engage your core the entire time. Now let's bring it to our feet for some good mornings. Just like we would start the deadlift, your hips want to go towards the back wall as your chest drops forward. Keep your core, your glutes, and your hamstrings engaged as we move through this. Next, we have a plank walkout. Walk your hands out forward to get into a plank position. Feel your calves and your hamstrings stretch as we go through this motion. Take your time, go nice and slow, no need to rush. Let's do these 5 exercises for 2 rounds, 20 seconds each. Part 1, we're starting with the single leg deadlift. If you want to use some bands, you can. Just anchor them. Otherwise, bring your hands down towards one foot. Your opposite foot should stay toes pointing down, and your hips should be square with the ground. Let's go ahead and bring it back down to the ground for an iso hip bridge with an alternating leg extension. Again, keep those feet heels as close to your butt as possible. Push those hips up in the air. Squeeze your glutes. Hold your hips up high as you alternate, extending each leg by the knee. Next, we're going to bring it into a kneeling side plank with a lateral leg lift. One forearm is going to be in the ground. Your bottom knee is going to be bent at 90 degrees. Your top leg is going to lift straight up, pushing with the heel first. Don't let those hips sag, and keep your head in a nice neutral position. Part number 2, we're starting with some roller coaster push-ups. Start in a downward dog position. Bring your chest towards your hands, and then drop your hips towards the floor. Lift those glutes back up in the air to starting position. Next, let's bring it to our feet for 90-degree squat hops. We're going to sit back and down like sitting in a chair, jump up nice and high, and turn 90 degrees to the right. Squat, jump to the left, and then forward. That'll be 1 rep. We're going to finish off with superheroes. Lifting our hands and feet off the ground as high as we can, holding for about a split second, and bringing it back to the ground nice and slow. 3 rounds, 10 reps. Let's go. Part number 3, iso squat with a band low row. Anchor your band about chest height. Sit back and down like sitting in a chair. Hold that position as you low row, sliding those elbows past your side. Take it nice and easy, nice and slow. Now we have a single arm band bicep curl. Anchor the band underneath one foot. Use both handles to do your curl. Keep that elbow tucked into your side, nice and tight. And go nice and slow. Next, anchor that band so that when we're seated position, our hands are straight out in front of us. We're going to rotate our spine, pulling our hands out to one side, doing 15 reps each direction. Now let's move into cardio. Run 1 lap at about 85% effort to feel uncomfortable and to get out of breath. Then we're going to go ahead and hit 5 rounds on the stairs. If you don't have stairs, high knees in place for 4 total rounds. Great work! Let's go ahead and cool it off. Starting with the arms cross body stretch. Peekaboo. Hit both arms and then we'll get a chest stretch. Open up your chest. Next, single leg hammy, hitting 20 seconds on each side. Then we'll move into standing quad stretch. Again, 20 seconds on each side. Find that balance. Last, we have splits forward fold to stretch out those hamstrings. Keep that low back nice and neutral. Very nice work today. I'm so proud of you. Have a great rest of your night. Rawr.